What up, guys? So, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, I go to church, and I have tattoos. Huh? Is that even possible? Yeah, it kinda is, because I'm doing it. So I get asked, how does that work? Tattoos in my face. Isn't it a sin? And what is it like being a Christian with tattoos? I am here right now to answer some of that stuff as best I can, simply based on my own personal thoughts and experiences. Because that's all I have to offer, really. Transparency, yo. I actually haven't gotten a lot of negative reactions. I live in Arizona, which I think is pretty tattoo cultured. I see people with them everywhere I go, so it's not an extremely rare or foreign thing at all. And my home church, which I went to since I was little, like maybe 8 or 9, 7, is extremely diverse. It's called the River of Life. It's non-denominational, located in Phoenix. And when I say diverse, I mean there's no one predominant race that attends. You know, a lot of churches are typically mainly white people, black, Mexican, etc. Not the River. It's a mix of all races, ages, statuses. People show up in jeans and flip-flops, and people show up in suits. It has a very beautiful freedom in that sense. Everyone feels loved and welcomed because they are loved and welcomed, as life should be. I'm also adopted, so my parents are white. I grew up with white family. My sister's Korean like me. My nephew is half black. My two best friends that I've had my whole life, Shauna is half Spanish, half Jewish, and Rachel is black Nigerian. My point is, I never grew up with anyone that looked like me, one. And two, I never knew what it was like to only know one look or culture. I think some people are raised in a world where everyone kind of lives and are the same, and that's all they know. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just hasn't been my life. And one thing my parents did so well, they made it okay and encouraged me to be myself and express myself. I will be forever grateful for that. They never tried to keep me in a box or make me a clone of someone else. And attending a church like that, I have never felt any judgment for my tattoos. Currently, my boyfriend and I are looking for a church together. It's really important to us. The River of Life will always be my home church, but I'm kind of at a place in my life where it's time to leave home, and we're trying to find a place for us. And in doing that, we visited a lot of different churches. And again, I haven't felt any judgment. Now, I'm also not a very aware person a lot of the time, so I'm sure people could be judging me and I'm just not picking up on it. But honestly, I don't care. And I shouldn't be concerned about what other people think anyways. Thoughts are personal. What I'm concerned about is the state of my heart and going to a place to worship God with other people who love Him. Also, we've been visiting churches that could probably be considered more urban, so tattoos are more common. I haven't attempted to go somewhere more conservative, so if I did, I might get a different reaction, but I don't know. Now, what about the question, are tattoos a sin? I don't know. I don't think so, and I sure hope not. There's a scripture in the Bible that is frequently used in regards to tattoos and why they're bad. Leviticus 19, verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. All right. This is strictly HelloHannahChoism, and what I mean by that is this is just my own personal thought about this. Please do not take this as wisdom or fact of any kind. Don't go arguing with pastors about this, okay? But how I take that scripture is in context. The verse right before says, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. It's talking about cutting or shaving your hair or beard. And my thinking goes to, well, anyone that's ever gotten a haircut will be going to hell with all of us tattooed people. I know that's a bratty way to say it, but that's what pops in my head. Context. At the end of the day, I'd like to think God cares more about what's going on in my heart, how I'm living my life and how am I walking things out. Am I loving people and being kind? You know, I sin and make mistakes and hurt people and say stupid things probably every day. Nope, every day, but I try not to. And I am so grateful for grace and every day that I wake up and have another chance to try again. I'd like to believe that God isn't knocked off his rocker by things like tattoos and style or how I do my hair, but I could be wrong or ignorant or trying to justify, I suppose. What I do know for sure is I am a human being in this world living my life, and I love God. And I know He loves me back. And there you go. Tattoos in my faith. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again. What I mean by that is, until I film, edit, upload, and you click on the next video, you the best. Peace!